Well, it's that time, folks. It's that time. And you know what we're going to do today? We're going to jump back into see what Foodie Wan Kenobi was up to because she was, how can I say, she was she was raging, folks. She was getting it on. She was going after everybody. You know why? Because she have nothing else. Because everybody was talking about that cheating, 100%, 0% husband over there that be flirting with the ladies in the chat and trying to do his whatever nonsense over there, thinking, thinking he's going to get some. It doesn't matter. But she was raging at this point. You know why? Because there was people in her how can I say, the kick channel over there, and they was in the chat and they was trying to defend Foodie Wan Kenobi from the husband. They wanted to give her some respect back because they felt that she was being disrespected by the Captain Keyboard himself, the man that flirts with everybody and doesn't care and does it in front of her face. And then Foodie Wan Kenobi was like, no, 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 no. You cannot be up in my chat saying nothing about me, saying nothing about my husband, my husband. Can you imagine she's defending this guy? But go on, you know, it gives us some content to talk about, and that's what we're gonna do. But before that, I'm gonna give you a little clip to see what you're gonna deal with, and you're gonna love it. Look at right here. Boom. Yes, folks, that's what we getting into. You can see the high quality content right there that people is fighting over. They over there, they kicking over there, they giving the donations, they trying to get that content. The whole 2 people that's watching and the other people that's just watching from a browser that they don't have to show up in the little thing to show that they was there. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump right into it because she's going all out, folks. She's going after the audience. She's going after her biggest fans over there, the most dedicated beezers, and she don't care because she she wants to defend Captain Keyboard to the end, folks. She is the dedicated wife, the one that loves him and he loves her and they love each other. Is this true? 100%, 0%? No, but it doesn't matter. So let's jump right in here and see what she been doing. Boom. Look at this. It's Foodie Wan Kenobi on the top. Why are you talking a bowel movement about my husband, Captain Keyboard? Not cool. And then the person responds, just calling him out for disrespecting you in front of your audience. Not cool. And and Foodie Wan Kenobi, he did not though. He did not. I'm gonna admit he did not. I don't feel it. Blah blah blah. Nobody believe you, Foodie Wan Kenobi. And then right at the bottom, she says, I don't need you to be calling him out also. Can you imagine coming on here, getting in your chat, and everybody there but you is believing this story, right? Nobody believed that your husband wasn't flirting. Maybe one person, and I think it was just, how can I say, Foodie Wan Kenobi's sock account on the side that she was talking to herself. That's probably what went down, right? But everybody over here, these is people that's paying her, right? These people are giving her donations. They supporting her lifestyle. They giving her that money that she be buying the scooty and all this type of nonsense, right? So these are not people that's just haters that's over there just like, let me stir the pot and get this all going, right? Let me start the beef, let the drama roll, right? These are people that have some sort of loyalty or dedication. They like Foodie Wan Kenobi, they like her content, and they helping her out over there doing whatever they doing, right? But she come on and attack everybody. She go after them all. It doesn't matter. And then she be crying later, where they at? Where they at? They not donating, when, all this nonsense. Because if I'm gonna give you my opinion, she only care that they giving her money. And if not, think about it. These people are giving her money and she's still telling them all this nasty stuff and telling them to mind her business and mind their business and get out of here and all this nonsense. So we're going to jump into the next screenshot here of one of her fans, and the person's name is pretty much the same thing, her fan, right? So let's jump right here. Look at this. Boom. Okay, no worries. I was shocked to see him playing right in front of your face. I wasn't able to join last night since I was working full time and fell asleep. I'm not talking behind your back. Trust and believe. I would have called out his gluteus maximus out live if I had seen it myself. Anyways, I'm out. Good luck and sorry. I disagree with you being treated poorly. And this is somebody that's a fan. It's in the name. The person dedicated, they could have named anything. They could have said, I'm a fan of anybody, but they chose her name, right? This person is like, they pieced out. They're like, I gotta go. Have a nice day. No more beep, beep. Gotta go. And this is what happens. She does this all the time on YouTube. She had all these subscribers and people following her, and she treat them nasty. She said nasty, disgusting things to them. She cursed at them. She tell them, don't come back. I don't need you. I don't need none of your type of stuff, right? But when her views went down, her subscribers went down, and all the people was over there not donating, she was like, oh, we're going to bees, all this nonsense, right? We went through, how can I say, multiple countries of laying sideways with Captain Keyboard playing playing Happy Birthday and Crazy Frogs all night long, playing on replay, just hitting the button, the one that is pre-recorded, it's already there. You like downloaded it and it's like an MP3 and you just put your hands on the keyboard and you make believe you did something and you're like, wow, I'm the popular kid in school. I could play the piano and you really can't. That's the type of person. That's the type of person that's going on over there. That's the content that we was, I was sitting back one day. I was like, if I could just listen to some more of that glorious music to my ears, maybe I could get back that feeling. Nope, never happened. And this is the person that Foodie Wan Kenobi's defending. The sad part, she has an audience that has more of her back than the person that she's married to, so-called to Captain Keyboard. This person ain't got your back. He over there flirting and talking nonsense and all this. And why is he not buying you tickets? Why is he not flying you there? Why is he not coming all the way back to Canada to be with you? And there was one thing I was watching the other day. She said in her live stream that it would take a lot. It would take at least a year to get him to come there. She would have to fill out all this paperwork and then he could come there and be with her, right? And did that happen? No. You know why? Because she spent the last year that she could have repaired this whole thing and got him there, and they could have been living the glorious life and beesing all day and happy birthday songs forever. But that did not happen. She instead lay sideways all day long until she went back. So you know what we're going to do now? We're going to jump back into some more of these lovely screenshots of Foodie Wan Kenobi giving all her, how can I say, respectful comments back to the audience. So let's go right here. Boom. Foodie Wan Kenobi goes on to say, playing with a bunch of question marks. She's making it intense. All them 4 extra ones is very intense. Then she goes, what the front does that even mean? 2 question marks. Then she says, okay, bye. Ridiculous. Imagine being this bothered by something, but we're going to keep it up. Look right here. Then she goes, and glitter Q, so nice of you to be fake as front. Also watching falafel. Drama. The word drama is making it exciting, right? And then she goes on to say, F all of you fake as front. What the front? And she's getting intense. She's so bothered. It's great. I'm loving it. You can see the rage building. I'm surprised she didn't do it in all capitals because that would have made it really intense. But the sad part, she keeps this up, folks. This is not like somebody that's inexperienced. This is not somebody that's their first, second week, a month into YouTube. They never seen this happen. They getting stressed out. They're like, wow, I don't know what to do. I can't cope. This is intense. The people are calling me out. She doing this for like 8 or 9 years and she doing it every day. For like yesterday's live stream was like, what is she at 6? Oh, that was so bad yesterday. 6 hours or 7 hours, and it was unwatchable, unwatchable, not watchable, impossible to watch. That's how bad it was. And that's the sad part. She never tries to, how can I say, better the quality of content, bring on something that we want to watch. She goes back to Canada, promise everything. What do we get under the bridge, under the boardwalk, under the bridge, under whatever nonsense over there, and just looking at rocks and dirt on the ground and bushes in the field over there, and mosquitoes flying by. Imagine donating to see mosquitoes fly by while you have no content and there's dirt on the ground and leaves blowing. This is what she's doing to her audience, and she's wondering why it's going down. 100 subscribers, 90 subscribers, and there's nothing gonna stop her. And then she's doing this big trip all the way back to Syria, and that's never gonna turn out well. People are gonna laugh and they're gonna just joke about this, but she's going back there to be in the woods, like in the woods with the rooster. Like she said, I'm gonna be there with my cats and the rooster, and I'm gonna be by myself until maybe he passed by. That's a sad condition to put yourself in, but she's choosing this. She don't have to go back there. There's no decision she has to make to go back there besides choosing the bad decision. But who are we to judge, right? Let Foodie Wan Kenobi do whatever nonsense she wants to do, because it doesn't matter what her bees say, doesn't matter what anybody says, haters, everybody else. We do not count. We don't matter. We are a paycheck to her to get through her life. And that's the bad part, right? You should sit back and say, these people, they watch me every day, 5 hours, 6 hour stream. Maybe they have some idea. They watching me because I can't watch myself. I don't know how I'm coming off, right? I'm just laying here on the couch sideways, and maybe I'm doing something wrong. So you got hundreds of people looking at you every day, judging what you're doing. People that actually like you judging what you're doing, because everybody judge even good or bad. They come on here, and I see in the chat, they're like, let's go outside, do a little bit walking, let's scoot around, let's do something. Her answer, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna stay right here. And then when I feel like it, I'm gonna go do something else. That's not an attitude to have for people that care about you. Some of these people maybe really care about her. They donate thousands of dollars over the years. She probably made maybe $300,000, $400,000 on YouTube and in this place right here, and she don't even care that these people are providing her something that she could not have. At this point, she laying sideways. She don't want to even get up. She don't want to do nothing, and she's over here trashing her audience, the people that support her, because at this point she has no loyalty to nobody but her pocket and her finances, and that's what it's going to be forever, folks. You know why? Because she has not learned the hard way. She lost her channel one time in the past, and she came back and gave us the middle finger twice because she got a channel back. Imagine coming back to your audience and the first thing you do is give the middle fingers as a welcome. That's where we at. And now that we on this whole topic, she's becoming worse over the years, right? And she's now becoming like Captain Keyboard. And she even go on to say something I didn't think she would actually say. So I'm going to let her say it herself. Sometimes the person put their foot in their mouth, so you just let them do it. Here you go. Boom.
I honestly don't blame Salah for wanting to take shit on people. I do too.
Yes, folks, you see what she said right there? She's just getting, how can I say, as bad as Captain Keyboard, and I can't see any future where she's going to change, turn around and become this better person. You know why? Because there's no benefit in her doing it. It would be too much work, and she doesn't want to even try. Well, that's the end of the video, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Later.